There it is. Okay. So Squaresoft, yeah. We're doing some Squaresoft stuff. Alright. Secret of Mana. Some people may say mana. I say mana, usually. Not always, but usually. Bum 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 bum. Produced by H. Tanaka. That guy's pretty badass. Darkness sweeps the troubled land as Mana's power fades. People await a hero who will wield the sword. Excalibur, Herald, Gigas. The blade has had many names, for it has been celebrated in myths and legends throughout time. But all of these speak to just one weapon. The Sword of Mana. That's a game. So there you go. So if you didn't know, this game is one of my absolute favorites of all time. And I've been wanting to do it for a long time, but I've been putting it off. So I think it's about time we do this. You know what I'm talking about? Let's do this thing. Plus, it's a good way to celebrate the fact that the remake will be coming, I think, in like a few months. So definitely looking forward to that. So let's do this. Assuming my controller's gonna work. Which it is not, so I have to reboot this. Oh, that's lovely. Let's reboot this. Sometimes this happens. I don't know why. Just does. There we go. Okay. So let's do this thing, shall we? Alright, a name. We gotta come up with a name. What's a silly name? So the main character, I believe his original name is Randy, but that's just stupid. I don't want to name him Randy. That's just dumb. I never have and I never will. So let's come up with a name here. I don't know. Let's see here. What do we got? Chrono. Sean. Chrono, Sean. Normally I put a few suggestions together, but that doesn't really work. Chrono, Sean. Shauno. Crawn. I guess that could work. I guess we could do that. Bum 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 bum. Crawn, there we go, because that's about the most badass name that ever existed. Let's go with that. Using the power of mana, a civilization had grown strong. Indeed it did. In time, mana was used to create the ultimate weapon, the Mana Fortress. Yeah! This angered the gods. They sent their beasts to destroy the fortress. A violent war rocked the world, and mana seemed to disappear. Before all was lost, a hero with the mana sword smashed the fortress to smithereens. Though the civilization had been destroyed, the world was peaceful again. Nice. But time flows like a river, and history repeats. Classic line. And we get Mode 7. Who doesn't love a little Mode 7 in their diet? I do. It's good stuff. I grew up with Mode 7. Yes, if you notice, the text is different because I'm using a mod that cleans up the text. Shh, be quiet. The Elder will be furious if he finds out we went up here alone. So the text looks a lot better, in my opinion. Plus, apparently it adds text in places to just kind of make it better overall. Because anyone who's used to the original Secret of Mana, the text kind of looked a little bit like ass. So, this is kind of nice. Yeah, haven't you heard the stories about this place? There's a ghost around. And why is Timothy wearing a birthday hat? Nobody will ever know. He just is. Ha! Did you really believe that ghost story last night? The adults just said that to scare us. But I did hear Grandma say something about a shiny object near the falls. Emma, that must be some kind of treasure. We have to find it. Help! I'm falling! Ah! Well, game over. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Oh. Nah, I guess he's okay. He did land in water after all. Ouch! Whew. No way to get back up. Now what am I gonna do? We're gonna get control. That's what's gonna happen. Oh, man. Oh, it's good to be playing this great game again. So you can't go to the menu or anything yet. So we'll just kind of have to wander around like a fool. And it'll be pretty awesome. Bum 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 bum. There's grass. Crawn! Crawn! Who's talking? I don't have any friends. People shouldn't be talking to me. What are you doing? The village is this way. I have to find something to cut through. You know, because he can't just crawl through that. That just doesn't work. It doesn't work. You say, it's a sword. Crawn, remove the sword. Remove thy sword from thy stone. Who are you, and what's this sword doing here? Ow, that light. So bright I can't see. It's the Master Sword. A ghost. Crawn, it is I who asked the sword. I am a ghost. Say what? You mean this sword? Yes, it does the little sound effect when you beat a boss. Because we just beat a boss. And we suddenly have 50 HP. A brilliant light. I have to get back. So we have a sword. You can swing your sword. It's pretty semi-sexual. There you go. Of course, if you are familiar with Secret of Evermore, you'll notice a lot of similarities in this game. So that's pretty sweet. And what the fuck? Okay, going to the menu apparently crashed the game. Okay, there we go. It works now. Unfortunately, we don't have the item capacity mod on, but that's okay. We still got the text mod, so that's a thing. So we got Rusty Sword. It's our first weapon. Of course, you got the classic ring menu, which I absolutely love. I always have, so that's cool. So you can look at your different things, equipment. We got overalls, which is pretty pathetic, but there it is, overalls. And you also got a trash can, so you can throw equipment away. I don't think they had that in Secret of Evermore. Yep, this is not a difficulty mod. There is a hard mode, but honestly, I don't like hard mode. It just makes the game not fun, because it just increases enemy stats and makes things more expensive, and I just don't find it fun at all, so I'm not even going to bother with it. Let's see, window. Well, what do we want for window? There's some pretty cool windows here. I don't like the background of the window that they have going. I'm just not a fan. Let's see. What do we want? Yeah, see, it's just not even fun. Like, I don't like that hard mode at all. Normally, I'm intrigued by difficulty mods, but... that one, just no. Okay, let's go with that. Let's see how that works. I can always change it if I don't like it. Controller edit, I don't think we need to change anything here. Y goes to your, you know, your icons, your menu. X uses your allies menus, A dashes, B attacks, and, you know, D-pad, all that stuff, so. Okay. Action, you can control what your character does. I would recommend kind of keeping it towards the middle for the most part. Of course, since we're going to be controlling Crawn here, it doesn't really matter right now. And I do typically control him throughout most of the game, unless I need to do something with someone else. Here you can look at your weapon and magic level. You got the rusty sword. That's it. Much like in Secret of Mana, you level it up by defeating enemies with it and such, and you can gain other attacks with it and stuff. But unlike in Secret of Evermore, you can level each weapon up more than 3 times, depending on the level of the weapon. This weapon is only in level 1, so we can only go up to level 1 so far. But that will change. You can look at your status. Level 1, you know, we got some stuff. You can see your money, we got no GP. Got a bunch of stats. Those stats are pretty much self-explanatory. How many times have I beaten this? A lot. I've beaten it a lot. In my childhood, really. Recently, I think the last time I actually beat this was probably in like 2008. Something like that. But, yeah. Targeting, you can target enemies. It's a good way to see the enemy's names and stuff, or if you want one of your allies to target an enemy. That kind of thing, but that's not going to be important right now. Boom, ba boom. Second Densetsu 3 I beat for the first time a few months back, actually. I ended up like playing through the game like 3 or 4 different times before I finally finished it. So that's a thing. Legend of Mana I also finished for the first time a while back. Whoa, what's a Rabbite doing in a place like this? I don't know if I like that text box, but... So Rabbites, they're the first enemy here. They're kind of like the mascot of the Mana series. The second Densetsu series, whatever you want to call it. They're very simple enemies. I would recommend grinding in this area until you get to about level 3 or so. Try to level up your weapon. It's a good thing. We can mow the lawn here along the way. Secret of Grindia, you know, I've never played that. I think, we get some candy, which is the basic healing item. I think I have Secret of Grindia on my wish list. I don't think I own it on Steam. But I do have it on my wish list, so... Hopefully I'll get it at some point. Though maybe I do actually own it. I'm not sure, honestly. I don't think so, but maybe I do. But I have seen stuff on it, and it looks pretty cool. So... It's definitely a game I wouldn't mind playing at some point. Don't hit me, man. Boom, boom. I know what forest you mean. It's definitely can be difficult the first time you play if you don't really know what you're doing. And, you know, shenanigans and such. Rabbit! It's not finished? That's too bad. So it must be like an early access type thing. Crawn's weapon skill up. Sword reaches level 1. So now we can charge up. And do one of these. Alright. Two for one. That's what we're doing. We got a sign. Forest off limits. I do not like that window. I'm changing it. Not a fan. Let's go with that. No, not that. How's that? We just... Forest off limits, okay. It's fine. Kinda wish there was just like a plain background, but it's always like, eh. So we just want to reach level 3, I would recommend here. Yep, you're talking about the Witch's Forest. More candy. Crawn beat is level 2. One of the things I like about this game is, yeah, you do get restored to full HP when you level up. That's definitely nice. What is this guy doing? He's in full retreat mode. I don't appreciate that. Bum, bum, bum. Boom, 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 boom. So here's the town, but we want to reach level 3 first. Plus, it'll be good to get enough money to get the best equipment. Because equipment is good. Although the beginning of the game really isn't that difficult or anything. There are some points in the game that do get much more difficult, but... The beginning's not too bad. Don't damage me, 4? I don't know what you're trying to prove, man. You're screwing around. I remember back in, like, I think it was 2011, I started a co-op of this with my friend Ceres. But unfortunately, we never really got very far. We only got to record it like once, and we never really got around to recording anymore, so that was unfortunate. But yeah, which sucked because that was like one of the most fun recordings I ever did. Surprising, I'm not finding a whole lot of candy. Usually I'm just getting like buttloads of it everywhere. You can also find chests with money in it here too. But haven't found any of that either. Bum, bum, bum. There's a chest. What do we got? Candy! So I think that makes 3, doesn't it? Yes. And for those that don't know, yeah, you can hold 4 of each item. But yeah, the a mod that I had in was that it raised the 4 to 9, like in SD3. But unfortunately, that's not going to work, so we're stuck with 4. Which obviously is not very much, honestly, but, you know, it has to do. It'll have to do. Ow! You hit me through the grass, you little jerk. What do you think you're doing, man? Boom, boom, boom. And it's funny because I just had like a sudden urge to do this game, just like randomly. I was actually thinking of doing another game, and then all of a sudden I just felt like doing this. And that's what's happening. Crawn is level 3, there we go, now we're done. I figured I should probably do this before the remake comes out. Because I probably will be streaming the remake when it comes out, more than likely. Candy! Okay, now we're full on candy. We got that sick. Wow, okay. Candy won't fit. Damn you, mod, for not working. Otherwise, we could have 5, and it'd be pretty cool. But no. If we did that, we wouldn't be able to go to the menu. So, that's just the way that works. So now we can more or less one-shot the rabbits. So that's pretty sweet. Rabbit gets whacked, which is basically a crit. A crit. It happens. It's happenstance. Just one-shotting rabbits. That's what we're doing. Unfortunately, you can't raise the sword to level 2 until you upgrade it to level 2, so... You upgrade weapons by getting orbs, usually from bosses, but sometimes you just find them around, so...